Hello people and welcome to round number 6 of the DFL season 5. I hope you are having an amazing day. We are here in Hungary, a track that quite a lot of our drivers hate, let's just say, because of the challenges that the track just presents, and they're going to hate it even more by the fact that it is now raining. Luckily it's only quali, so the race we could be having different, who knows. But for the quali it's raining, so this is totally going to mess up their plans, and it's going to be a load of fun today. But guys, I cannot do today alone, because I am joined by, once again, Ritvik.
Hello everyone, hope everyone's doing well. It's great to be back. I know I've missed a couple again, but it's just too busy nowadays. But it's good to be back. Glad to be back in a race where there's now rain.
Very odd. Honestly though, like, real life just gets so busy, doesn't it? Like, it's just mental these days. Like,
yeah, just suddenly you have so many things on, which you think tomorrow's going to be great, like nothing's really on, and then bang, you wake up and there's 10 things you got to do. So it is what it is, though. It is what it is. Life is life, but good to be back and have a bit of a break and enjoy some of this racing.
Exactly. And I will say to all the viewers today, you may hear more of Ritvik than you will of me today. I have been ill over the past few days, and although I am nearly recovered, my voice is still not completely there. And I'm still not, again, fully recovered. So Ritvik will be covering for me in parts today, so you will mainly hear from him today. But just to give you the rundown of today, as I said, this is round 6 in Hungary. And you will actually, for the first time in a few weeks, see that we do not have 3 drivers, but we have 4 drivers. We have Noah, who is currently first in the championship I need to get it up because it's gone away, on 101 points, leading the championship quite strong. We have Jamie on 67 points, second in the championship. That's messed up my thing, but here we go. We have Ian, who is third in the championship, only on 60 points. I mean, how close is this championship? Speaking of Ian, he goes on at 135.908. Good luck by Ian. And fourth and final competitor today, we have Callum returning today. He himself has been very busy in real life, just as Ritvik and myself are, and everyone is these days. But he is back, and who knows what show we could put on today. It's going to be fun. But anyway, Noah sets a 136.481, and Jamie still to set a lap. I wonder what...
I mean, the rain has really thrown a spanner in the works. I think people will come prep for this race. It's not really a fan favourite, as you've said, but I think they really did come prep for this race, but nobody expected it to rain. It's throwing a real spanner in the works. You can see, I mean, Ian set a good lap earlier, but it was swiftly taken over by the AIs. I think, that's 9 tenths, in fact, that's slower than the current leader, Colin Pinto. So we'll have to see what the others can put on the board. But what an interesting situation for Callum to be in, eh? A vintage driver from all the way back, and I even raced with him. He was a great competitor, coming back for his first race, and his first race he's been thrown into a rainy Hungary.
It's just bad luck, isn't it? But even in the rain, he is still a 10th quicker than Noah, and he's just pulled out a purple sector 1. So clearly, he's although the rain is throwing people today, it's not throwing him completely. Speaking of people, Jamie's just set a 200th of a second time quicker than Callum. He now sits P8. But Ian Mo seems to be the master of rain today.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what these guys can put out. I suspect they're all kind of just surveying out the track so far, so I wouldn't really rely on any of their times for the time being, people. But as we go into yellow sector 2, there, I think, will be some rapidly decreasing, should I say, track times, because I think the first couple of laps these guys will go out just to see which spots during the track are best for traction, which spots are really slippery. It is actively raining, so they're never gonna, I mean, you probably wouldn't see them on the green intermediates. Are they on the green intermediates? I can't see. Or they're the blues, isn't it?
I think they're the full
no, they
wets
are on the intermediate. Jamie's on the inters.
Oh, Noah's on full wets, Ian's on full wets, but that's it.
But everybody else is on inters, so I think they've just switched actually to the inters, which I was actually going to bring up in a second. But the cars are clearly just beating each other. The switch between the wets and the inters today during the qualification will be a big thing because obviously it is still actively raining, so the inters might not get as much purchase during the lap, but there will be sectors that there's less rain. We've seen it throughout the rainy track today. So we'll have to see who can really get the best of the time. Look, there you go. Gabriel Bortoleto is setting a new fastest lap of the day so far, 10th up on Colapinto. We'll have to see whether the other guys. Who was it? Who were on wets again? Was it? Is it Noah and Ian?
Ian, yes.
Yeah. So we'll have to see when they come off the inters. Oh yeah, their time. Look at that. Hamilton 6/10 faster than Bortoleto. So you're going to see those times toppling, especially when you see the guys start to pick up on where they can put the foot down. So we'll have to see. I mean, it is. One could say it's a pressure situation for someone like Callum, having to come back into his first race being a wet Hungary. On the other hand, you could say there actually isn't any pressure because he's only just come back in. He doesn't really need to perform. He doesn't have to perform. He wants to perform. And that's when a driver can really just put their head down and qualify as best as he can and race the best as he can, as you're currently seeing from him, setting another purple Sector 1. He is absolutely flying. And that's a headspace for a driver which can really be conducive to their best racing and their best driving. So let's see what Callum can put in. And he does exactly as we said, with a 1:34.239, 300ths faster than PS3, so just edging him out for original pole. But that's exactly what I was saying. He has the total freedom to race as riskily as he wants to.
Very true, very true. And I think Jamie's also coming up on time now. 1 second quicker than his current time. Can he find the lose the seconds? That's what I'm trying to say. I'm stumbling over my words here. Trying to beat Callum's time now. 1:33, 1:34. Oh, just short by a 10th of a second almost.
Just a 10th. That was a good lap from Jamie. I saw him coming into the end of Sector 2 and only 1.7 seconds, is it? He said so. He needed to make up 4/10ths on that final sector to even have a chance at contesting Callum, and he's done that really well actually. Only a 10th in it now. Let's see what the other two can put up. I was actually going to ask you, do you think that now Callum is back and he's in that mindset that I was mentioning earlier of there's no pressure on him? Could we finally see a proper true one-on-one race between him and sort of anyone for that matter and Noah, because he's now currently leading the championship by 30 points. What is it? 34 points he's leading by. He's a long way ahead and he's been comfortably doing well in most of these races. Noah, do you think we'll finally see a competitor who can really test him to his full limits?
I think so. We know from the previous 4 seasons of DFL that Callum is a massively strong contender when he wants to be. I mean, look back on season 1. Him and Preston went head to head for the season 1 World Drivers' Championship. Obviously, Preston ran away with it, but that was through no fault of Callum's. It was just the fact that Preston just kept winning and winning and winning. And I think Callum got very unlucky that season. You know, the seasons after that, he was in contention a few times here and there. And he has proven himself. So I think, yes, he can take the fight today to Noah. And it is a shame he cannot turn up anymore, really, due to his work and real life stuff. Because if he could, he could be in contention right now. We could be seeing a 4-way drivers' battle. That slip out there, unlucky by Callum. But nevertheless, I mean, we still have a 3-way World Drivers' Championship battle, and we're only 6 races in. I mean, if Callum shows up a bit more, could still contend for a top position maybe, but I don't know, it's going to be difficult for Callum.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're seeing it right now. He's 1.2 seconds up on his current time again. And as I said before, you are going to see those times tumbling. So just because he's 1.2 seconds up and likely going to finish even more clear of his initial time and probably set somewhere within the 132s, you probably will see the same similar times being set by the likes of Jamie, by the likes of Noah, who is actually yet to put in a competitive lap. So I wonder what's going on there with Noah. Maybe he's struggling a bit with the rain, but let's see. Yes, exactly as we expected, at 1:32.8, 1.4 seconds clear of his second place competitor Oscar Piastri. So we'll have to see what the other guys can put up. But you are starting to see a dry line form in this track. It is still actively raining, so there is still going to be slippy parts. If you track your wheels out to the edge of the grass, oh, and there it is, a huge lap by Ian, 2 seconds clear of Callum, and now Noah setting his best lap, a competitive lap, right on cue on 1:31.8. Interestingly, a tenth and a half slower than Ian, who's now setting the pace. What do you think of that?
It is absolutely major, and I just want to cast your mind back very quickly. It is on topic. I mean it. You remember that Preston is brilliant in rain, don't you? Like when it comes to rain races, he's brilliant. Well, that is Ian in a nutshell. Like when it's raining, it just clicks for him, and he is brilliant. I've seen it firsthand in non DFL races as well. He is just brilliant in rain. I don't know where he pulls it out from, but we are seeing the evidence right here in front of us. A 1:31.652, currently 2 tenths quicker than not only Noah, but then a second quicker, almost a second quicker, than Callum. Like, this is like, it's just showing how strong he is in the rain, and it's just going to make the race even more interesting. Whether it's a dry race or a rainy race, him starting on pole will be massive.
Absolutely. We are seeing exactly what you said. He's been so competitive today in quali. So competitive. I'd say the most competitive I've seen him all season, albeit you have to take that with a pinch of salt, guys. I haven't been here before the races, but this is the most competitive that I've seen him. He's looked very comfortable in that car. I was wondering where that competitive lap from Noah would be, and he's put it on for a second position, front row, a 1:31.8, which is very competitive as well. Again, a second faster than Callum. So we'll have to see what him and Jamie can pull out of the bag. Jamie is significantly lagging behind now. He's what's that? A 1:33.7. He's 2 seconds off the pace from Ian. So we'll have to see what those guys can do. But it's going to make for a crazy battle with all 4 of our drivers being in the top 4. The start will be imperative to get a good drive off the line, and we'll have to see. Actually, you mentioned that Ian's been very good in the wet. We'll have to see if he can convert that today in the dry, if it is dry in the race tomorrow. But the start will be so important. We've known Noah is great at starts, and I know from when I raced with him that Callum's really good at start as well. So let's see which one of them can get the edge. Do you think it's important for Noah to get the overtake on Ian straight away, or do you think it's better for him to just get a consistent start and then take him on later?
I think from seeing what Noah can do again in non-DFL races, I think that it is obviously you want that first place. You know, you want to get that overtake on the first lap. Anyone does, but I think Noah just exceeds it hunting. You know, he anyone prefers to hunt rather than be the hunted, but he just exceeds in it. And so I think he'll be thinking, look, I could get this overtake on the first lap, and maybe it will work for me. Maybe I can get that distance. But if I just hold back a bit and, you know, maybe get the DRS and then let the DRS just shoot me off, and then I'm golden. I'm in front, and that's done.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Modelling up my words here. Of the races we've seen him in, he's been very good at just putting in the laps every time. You look in your mirrors and he just is there. He's just like a fly on your back. You know what I mean? He's just there. And I think that's the key for him against Ian, because Ian is showing real competitiveness today. But if he's constantly being, his gearbox being put pressure under by Noah, it's going to play a part mentally. And as you said, everybody would rather be the hunter than the hunted. So we'll see how Ian deals with the pressure of being on pole. Should he leave quali today on pole position, as he is currently set to do? Now, I just want to take your mind to Callum a little bit. We've seen him slide around a fair bit in the last 2 laps that he's done. I wonder if he'll have time for another fast lap, or if this is going to be his last fast lap. I think he's gearing up to start it, so I wouldn't say that this is his fast lap. But or maybe it is. Maybe that was his out lap previously. I'm not sure. But let's see if he has time for another one here. But you can see him just veering outside of those dry lines. And I wonder, you can tell he's pushing that car to its limits. But I wonder if he can just keep it within that dry line. Do you think he could get more grip out of those intermediate tyres? And also another question, a side question, is to what extent do these guys want to use their tyres in this quali? Ew, a big snap there again from eating too much curb in that turn. But To what extent do these guys want to use all their tyres? Should they have to go into a race tomorrow where it's wet yet again?
Well, I think that with Callum, I mean, it is unfortunate with the slips. I think that he could find that time, but as we both know, when it comes to wet races, if you are not skilled, I'm not saying not skilled, that's the wrong word. If you have not adapted right to the rain, if you are not able to be adaptable to that condition, then you will suffer. And I think Matt, we're finding Matt with Callum, with potentially Noah and Jamie as well. I mean, Ian is being adaptable right now. Actually, speaking of which, Callum takes a 131.763, but Ian takes a 130.333. I mean, call it adaptable or not, but he is showing it right there. But I think that Callum now, this is his final lap. This is where you have to hit home. Don't worry about your tyre condition tomorrow at race. This is your final lap. This is your final chance. Callum can barely show up this season, so why not just go all in for this and see what he can pull out?
Yeah, absolutely agree. And what a stellar lap that is from Ian. A 1:33. That is... I mean, that is some lap, that. Full 1.4 seconds clear of Callum. And now Colapinto actually sticks a 1:31.2. So maybe the conditions are starting to improve yet again if the AIs are managing to stick their cars on the front row now. So Callum is under pressure a little bit in his final lap. And Jamie sticks a 1:31.5. A great red lap to put his car currently provisionally in the second row in third place, and Noah is now demoted down to fifth, so he's going to be under pressure. He's going down, and the positions are tumbling, guys. The AIs are putting their cars at the top, as Piastri and Norris both put it in P4 and 5. Hamilton now up to provisional third, and what are going to be the time set by Magic Turtle as he pulls up to his final corner? Can he put his car back up there? Yes, he can! Back into P2 he goes with a 1:30.056. Ian still miles in the clear. He's completely comfortable. He looks to be setting pole. Can Noah do anything here as he pulls into the final corner? Can he stick his car in top 2 or top 3 or even pole?
Oh!
No, he can't. He is just short, 6/10 short of Ian. Just shows you how good a lap that Ian is setting. Noah's now into second and third. Jamie's now been down, demoted into 8th, and I don't know if he has the time. Is he on a fast lap?
He is, yes.
Think he is. So let's see what he can do. He is...
Oh, no, that's 4 seconds.
Down. Yeah, I think that will be it. I think Jamie will probably start P8, provided the other drivers don't improve. Now that is an eventful last round of quali.
Who would have thought that we'd be witnessing today the first official pole position held by Ian? What a great quali he ran today, and he should be very proud of himself. Who knows the condition of a race, but we're going to go to the leaderboard in a second. Congrats to Ian. And here we are with the leaderboard. Ian gets his first pole position of the season. Noah takes P2, Callum P3 and Jamie P8. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow for a race. Goodbye, guys.